What's up, guys? I've not made a video in a while, especially like anything outside of a tutorial. The last video I posted was a tutorial on override, and it's like, man, I realized I'm not feeling like doing like tutorials like that anymore. Like when they're written out, like the whole time when it's written, it just takes too much time for me, and I've been super busy lately, like being in college, and I'm just now starting to have to like pay car insurance, stuff like that. So a lot of my time is going towards work. So I haven't really had time to upload anything. But I really want to start again. I feel like I need a refresher, and now would probably be the best time to do it. Just because today is March 26th, and Power Rangers Battle for the Grid came out for Xbox One and the Switch today, I think. PS4 is getting it later. Not sure why. Would have been cool to get, a simultaneous release. But, whatever the reasons are, that's whatever. Sharon and Terry came out today for Fighting FEXL. I just played a little bit of Sharon. She seems fun. I'm not sure how I feel about the whole, you only get a certain amount of bullets per match. I think I read in the Discord, not even a round, but the whole match. But they say her projectiles are really strong, and I'm looking forward to using her for a little bit. And I kind of want to explain why I stopped posting as much too. Xenon Racer, non-fighting game related. Xenon Racer came out. I was looking at that because I've really been wanting a good racing game to play online with people. I haven't really liked Need for Speed stuff recently, just because like I like arcade feeling racers. Like Need for Speed, it's really boring, especially with the cars you start out with. Like I like looking at the cars that I'm driving while I'm racing. So if I'm really racing some like beat up old ass car, I'm gonna be bored. Like I'm not. Part of it is the visuals for me. But anyways, so I haven't gotten into making anything Fighting EXL related. Oh, and Samurai Showdown is coming out soon too. So it's Mortal Kombat. That looks good. But for Fighting EXL, I had an issue for a while. So it was fun, and I wanted to support the game as much as I could because it was such a heartfelt last ditch effort by the developers and publishers, and it was fun for a little bit. And then things got kind of stale really quick. Like over time, I stopped being a fan of the whole sliding thing. That got on my nerves because you could hit me with the low from like mid screen with certain characters. Like what's her name, Blair. Blair was like the biggest issue for me every time I would see her online because just because of the sliding that I just said. And they just recently fixed it. They recently, I think the last patch before today's, they fixed the issue where like the cross-ups were such an issue. But every time I would say some shit to someone like on YouTube or in the Discord, they'd be like, I don't know what you're talking about. You're not blocking the right way. Bitch, I know which way I'm blocking. Like, it's the connection online is actually like kind of good. It's pretty good. When you can find a match, it's pretty good. There are a lot of times where it's like, yo, this lag. Oh my goodness, this lag. What? I was blocking. No. You can see in videos, and they said it even in the patch notes. And I wish I could record it right now, but I don't really feel like it. But basically, I'm gonna explain what the cross-up situation was. It was like, if I'm on the, let's say I'm on the right side and opponent's on the left, and they try to do a jumping cross up, it's standard, and like all fighting games, that's super standard, super basic. You just like jump over, do like a crossing, jumping medium kick. It's normally the medium kick that has like cross up properties. But anyways, so they do that, right? And say they're already like they're jumping, they're on my right side now, so I'm blocking to the left. That's cool. But the thing is, when I'm blocking to the left, there will be like a lot of pushback from the jumping medium kick. So I'm still on the right. No, I'm on the left, but the jumping medium kick, now she's on my right. The medium kick would actually push me back over to the right. 1 second, because my laptop just went blank, running out of juice. But the medium kick will push me back to the right. So now I'm still like, I'm blocking left, and they've landed. So now they're back in front of me. And now they're going for like the low, which was dumb as hell to me. And I swore, like, people really tried to make me think I was crazy for believing that happens. They really thought they could tell me, you're not blocking. No, I'm blocking the right fucking way. There's too much pushback on some of these moves, and it was dumb. So it was that combination of the air cross-ups, and you can do it all the time. Like, sometimes when, like, I was in the corner, now this I might be crazy about. Anyone can go ahead and be like, yo, Ghost, you're fucking crazy. This how you block this. But go ahead and just say it. Like, if I'm in the corner, like, it would be very sometimey on when it would switch me out. Like, if I'm all the way back into the corner and they try to jump in on me on wake up. Let's say I'm using Kyrie and using Blair again. Sometimes if I'm waking up in the corner, they will go for that same little jumping thing, jumping pressure on wake up, whatever. Bad timing, I can't do. Like, sure you can, I just have to block it. I just gotta take it. Sometimes it would hit me. Like, sometimes it would actually switch sides. Sometimes it wouldn't. So it made it really hard to understand which way to block. And I feel like that wasn't a good, like, it wasn't implemented well. Like, block strings, like blocking air attacks, I don't think that was implemented very well. Oh, I wonder what they're doing outside. I don't think it was, like, implemented well, and it took me out of it, because then that's all it became, was especially Blair. Blair was the biggest problem with the whole mix-up thing, because I think even her little her leg lock mixed up. Like, if you jumped over it, there was still a hitbox behind her, so you would still get hit. You wouldn't get the follow-up animation, but you would still get hit, which was an issue. But there were a lot of things I felt weren't implemented very well. And how frame data worked. In my last podcast, I talked about doing frame data and I didn't explain how that didn't turn out well. I got the frame data. Now, here's the thing. I do not know how to, like, count active frames. I can tell you the startup, but active, I have no idea, because there's no hitbox viewer like on PS4 and all that shit. It's gonna be on PC. I'm not sure how people get that, like how long something's active. Aside from projectiles, they're always active, you know that. But the problem was the meta, like, also became what to do on crouching block, because standing block didn't really matter that much. And I feel like when you take into account, like, standing and crouching block is different. Like, it's a mix up in itself. Like, something like, I can't even think off the top of my head. Like, pressure issue is really weird, because you can do a string and you get better. Basically, you get better frame data when you block things standing, basically. But if you do that, then you're not gonna be able, to block low. And there were so many, like, all the crouching kicks, they hit low. So at any point, are you fucking serious? Sorry about that. We just had a fire alarm. But anyways, back to what I was saying about frame data and, like, being standing, crouching. If you block high, yes, you have better frame data. But here's the thing about that. This would not really be much of an issue to me, because I think too much about it, which makes me play worse. This wouldn't be an issue to me if you couldn't chain moves. Like, if you blocked, like, a full string high, and, like, standing hard punches, they're really bad in this game. I think I think most of them, the majority of them, are punishable. If you could just do that, then that'd be cool. Whatever, you end with the standing hard, you block it, and you get to counterattack. Great, that's wonderful. You don't have to worry about, like, the lows or anything, just because. But if it's like a game, if this were a game that focused on links instead of having links being like a side thing you could do, then wait, I don't know what I just said. Anyways, because you can do chains instead of links, it makes it harder, because now you can do standing light, standing medium. Standing medium is going to be, I know for Kyrie it's like negative as shit. It's like -7, 9 or something. But because like you're only on medium. So if you do all that, you block all that high, great, you're at an advantage. But they can end it with a crouching sweep. They can chain a crouching sweep, and it's like it's negative, but there's still a lot of pushback, so you can't really do anything. The only person who you can really punish like that is Sanane, because her, even though she pushes you back, she still comes forward, so you can punish her with something. But that's like just the mind game of it to me, which I don't know if anyone else thinks about, but to me personally, I can't get behind it, so I can't let myself get too worked up because of it. I don't like what I think that's what really put me off from the game was the differentiating frame data and from standing to block. I don't like that at all. I really think, not saying everything should be the same, but there should be some type of, some type of center somewhere where like everything meets, to where like maybe if certain specials were better on block or worse on block, crouching or standing, but that's for everything, especially normals. The worst thing about it is what happens the most is when there's crouching medium pressure. That is something for me personally I cannot get out of, because I can either, let's say for example, there's a character, everyone standing medium is generally the same. Like it's generally the same. If you block a crouching medium, it's gonna be 0. Everything's reset. So that's just like a common fact. There may be an exception for 1 or 2 characters, but that overall frame data wise, that's it, 0 on block. So you're always gonna be back in neutral technically. So if they do that, then I'm in a position where I can respond with like a light kick or crouching medium punch. Both are going to be like 4 frames, I think. But you can choose to do, because you're back at 0, or they can choose to like keep chaining it, and more than likely it's going to be into a sweep because it pushes you back, and they can't really get punished for it unless you're Sanane. So they can do that. Sometimes it can like catch whatever I'm trying to throw out as a counter poke, because I know in my head he's just medium punch, so we can just like go back at it. I can do whatever. I can try and like jump towards him, away, do whatever, try and get a move out first. But most of the time, especially it happens with crouching medium punch, light punch, it's not like I'm not close enough, and I actually end up getting like whiff punished, because it happens like 0 on block. Okay, I see that we're 0. I'm gonna do my 4 frame normal so I can get maybe like a counter hit or start my own pressure. But like light punches are super stubby, so if I do that, and crouching light kicks are like 5 frames, so it's like I don't really want to take that chance. But if I do light punch, it's too stubby, it doesn't really work. And they can do, like the popular thing to do is just another standing medium punch or a crouching medium kick. Everything is just I just don't like it. I do not like it. And I feel like there's a lot of thought process going into the frame data, which I wasn't liking. I wasn't feeling, so I had to take a long break. If anything, I've just been getting into Jump Force because it's more of a mindless fighter, to be honest. Like, it's not too in depth. Armor pretty much rules everything in this game, and escaping, so it's super straightforward. I've been really trying to calm down with that one, with arena fighters. Been trying to get into those. Like I said, with Override, I put out a tutorial. The next one I do, it's just gonna be live. It's like editing and all that. Like I can chop some clips up and all that, but editing, the process for me personally, it just takes too long, and I have too much stuff to do in a day, at least while I'm in school, to just keep doing that. I just don't have really the time for it. Like, it makes me not want to do the video. Like, I want to do a very in-depth tutorial, because some people gotta pause. Me personally, I don't like having to pause videos to read a tutorial. That's just me. But some people, it's just like seeing, like, being, I can't talk. Some people like to hear like what's going on in the video. Like, they want an audio tutorial instead of having to read text. And I think I'm just gonna start doing that, because I can just get it all in one go. Like, I can have like an outline somewhere, like on my laptop or something, but I cannot do the editing anymore. Like I'm kind of over it. I don't have like not the attention span, but I'm super lazy. I don't have what it takes to do that anymore. But I will try to get frame data for the new Power Rangers game. I'm super excited for that. And I can already tell like it's gonna lose some points on some things, and it's probably gonna be not my first game review because I used to do game reviews on Brawl Francos before they started changing things up. But that was way back when I was younger. But it's probably my first fighting game review that I'll have on my channel. And yeah, that's pretty much about it. I said all I need to say on Fighting EXL. There's so much stuff's coming out. Really looking forward to Samurai Showdown. Game looks beautiful. And if anything, seeing how my responses are on the Power Rangers review, I may just end up reviewing like, all the fighting games that come out. But I think there was some other fighting game coming out. There was Mortal Kombat, Samurai Showdown, Power Rangers. I think that's it for right now. So yeah, thanks for listening. I'm just gonna go ahead and tune out because yeah, pretty much done here.